Hello, welcome back. Felix here tonight on Storm Clear. I just want to talk about a few things. I want to say about how the year's gone and just the county, the storms. Just a little overview. So at the moment we're under an amber or flood warning. So there's not a flood alert where flooding is possible. Flooding is expected. So basically, there's a mandatory evacuation orders for our city area because the river pushed out and went right through the village. There's also one up country where a river burst its banks. I think Worcester, whatever it is. It flooded out the city centre. Um, Flooding. Currently, 45% of the UK is underwater, basically. So, Midlands. Basically, if you look right now, obviously you can't do that. When this video comes out, it should be a lot better. But currently, there is over 2,000 flood alerts, flood warnings, and severe flood warnings in place. That's the highest number in the UK's history. The highest amount of rainfall in January has already been smashed, and we're literally 4 days into January. And we've got some mammoth storms on the way if this sudden stratospheric warming event happens, and we would probably get an easily another couple meters of rain over January, which is ridiculous because that's our annual rainfall average, to about 2.5 meters. And they said, yeah, easy, high areas, easy 2 meters, but by the end, within the next 4 weeks, because we've got this event, and we're in the southwest, so we're on the border of whether we're just around the southern Europe, northern Europe, and we're literally in that split where we are going to get some horrific weather. Like, I'm talking proper bad if this event happens. Um, I'm talking, easy 110-mile-an-hour winds, which is what Eunice was partially caused by. When the 2018 snow blast that was caused by this event, where I think we had about just over a meter of snow, the highest snowfall since 2010. Where again, this same system caused that. So there's a repeat of big storms, massive snow events, all being caused by this event, and this event caused the 2022 February storm boom, where we had 5 or 6 storms in a month, four of which were in 8 days of each other, and 3 of which were back to back. Literally within 4 days, we had 3 storms. They literally came through one after another, with Eunice being the second worst in the UK's history. The Southwest actually has a history of breaking these records. We've had the top four biggest storms in the UK's history in the Southwest. The fifth and sixth hit in Scotland, and then there was a couple that went through the Midlands. Northern Ireland again was hit by that one which Scotland was affected by, which was Storm Arwen, where over 19 million trees were knocked down in Scotland alone. Um, hmm. um, so yeah, there's lots of bad things happening in this county at the moment. A lot of large fires, severe flooding, which I have to admit is not even being reported. You're hearing so much around, major cities. Midlands is a hot topic at the moment. Manchester, but Southwest, you aren't really hearing anything, even though we are bearing pretty much the brunt of it, and we just aren't getting talked about. It's all about the Midlands at the moment, Midlands and London. Like I said, there's currently 28 or 29 rivers that have burst their banks, flooding hundreds of hectares of land, forcing hundreds of thousands of people out of their homes, and killing dozens and dozens. And, I think on the way to about 80 people are missing at the moment, which is a mammoth figure for such a, well structured country or nation like, England, UK, all that. You think we'd have a better response, but our response is you go to one door, if nobody answers, go to the next one, because they're just so stretched at the moment. Everything's underfunded, apart from the government's pockets. They seem to get about 10% pay increase each year. But that's crux for you at the end of the day. Corruption. Not as bad as some countries, no names mentioned, but I don't want to go down that line, but some countries, as we hear it, are pretty bad for, naughty things. But this country is, you don't really hear it, but this country is bad for it. You got a corrupt government that they set the rules don't apply to them. Um, I think there is actually a maximum wage limit being introduced soon, and if you earn over that, it goes straight to the government, the whole lot. That's on top of your 40% or going to 60% tax. I believe it's 250 grand a year or 200 grand, and the limit is being raised to do with inflation. So it's 40% tax on anything over 75, I believe. Yeah. Bear in mind the wage which you can live on comfortably in the UK is, I believe it's 40 grand at the moment. London it's 75. I say 50 or 55, and 40% of that goes to the government. So they haven't really thought that out properly. But that's the government for you. They kind of look at a few areas, but they don't look at the whole picture, and that's what they need to do. But enough of that. So yeah, there's been a major car fire in our town in the last hour. A car exploded with 2 people inside. The fuel tank and engine just went kaboom. So that was a pretty bad one. I think they're actually fine, but the entire vehicle was fully ablaze within 25 seconds. And bear in mind they got out of that fine. I have no idea. There must be some sort of injuries, but apparently both girls got out fine, which is lucky. Like, I'm talking incredibly lucky, like reflexes. Apparently they just jumped out the vehicle. It's like, wow, movie on wheels, basically. It's wow. Yeah, I just want to say thank you very much to the channel, the 30 years. The channel celebrated its seventh month birthday the other day, I was told. Obviously, this last year I gained 582 subscribers. So far in January, I've gained 1. December was since September, the second highest, because October and November plummeted. Towards the end of December, it skyrocketed, and so far in January, views are currently at 200 average per short. Video views are increasing, and I'm currently sat at about 800, which is pretty bad if you ask me. Like, in July, I was averaging 10,000 a day. At one point, for about 2 weeks, I was averaging 10 to 12,000 views a day. Every short I uploaded, bar a couple, would get at least 2,000 views, and that I'd be lucky to get 2,000 now. I'm lucky if I even get 500. So I don't know what's happened. Don't know if it's just certain areas of the world or in different climate, season now. Maybe they're in summer, so less people are watching it, because my highest viewage is the United States. Then it's the UK, but they're both in winter, really. So I don't know what that's got to do with it, or whether it's just the time of year. But then why October? But then July, schools are broken up, so then that could be reason why it's higher. But then June was pretty high. But then again, China was higher in that time actually. I think China was like the second highest, and that's dropped to like the 4th or 5th highest viewers on my channel at the moment. I am very thankful for the 284 returning viewers that I had. So 284 of my 582 subscribers returned, which is good. I'm happy with that. It's better than none. Some very frequent viewers, which is nice. And over 10,000, no, sorry, 1,500. Actually, that's not adding up, is it? I think it was actually 15,000. Yeah, that sounds more like it. New viewers over December. So I just want to say thank you very much for that. Hopefully the channel continues to go upwards. I accidentally deleted one of my Lego videos, so I just got to remake it and just changing the city at the moment. Just found the set 46% off. Couldn't say no. Just boxing the thing up, changing the city again. Maybe I'll do a little little sneak peek of it on this channel as well. But thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.